Welcome back, adventurers. I'm your charismatic main character, Fade Dragonteer, and today we're going to get a bit more in depth with their gameplay as we talk about one of my favorite yet obscure subgenres in gaming. So, with a few exceptions, Japanese-style role-playing games are kind of a niche market most of the time, and within that niche exists an even smaller niche focusing on a specific kind of battle system. Based on traditional tactical games like chess, strategy role-playing games mix elements of grid-based strategic turn-based combat with aspects of role-playing games such as character progression, delivering a deeply rich and unique gaming experience, as long as you don't mind waiting your turn. There are a lot of flavors even within this tiny niche, so the ground rules, unlike these games, are simple. As long as the game has grid-based combat and RPG-like character progression, it's eligible. As always, keep in mind this list is based purely on my opinion and exposure, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the topic in the comments. So now that we have every aspect balanced and micromanaged to perfection, let's set out on the journey that is my top 10 strategy role-playing games. Number 10. Fire Emblem. The original SRPG, Fire Emblem served as the template for this entire genre. Developed by Nintendo for the NES, it spawned many spin-off sequels and imitators. Staying relevant for over 2 decades and running, every other entry on this list owes a little bit of credit to Fire Emblem for starting the movement. Number 9. Ogre Battle. Fire Emblem kicked off the genre, but Ogre Battle brought it to North America. Not only is this a solid game, but Ogre Battle is actually named after a Queen song. Need I say more? Number 8. Vanguard Bandits. This feudal samurai punk giant fighting robot SRPG covers a lot of niches. I don't think they even explain how the suits are powered, but whatever, it delivers a pretty fun and engaging gaming experience with multiple endings. Well, 2, but still, it's how I ended up learning that I should back up saves for a few slots. Number 7. Bahamut Lagoon. Never released stateside, Bahamut Lagoon is quite possibly one of the shiniest gems in the SNES library. Mixing a similar art style to Final Fantasy VI with grid-based combat is a win in and of itself, but adding dragon companions with customizable behavior systems makes this one definitely worth going out of your way to check out. Number 6. Saiyuki, Journey West. Based on the Chinese novel Journey to the West, we follow a monk who basically runs into alternate universe Dragon Ball Z characters. Okay, so Journey to the West technically came up with the characters first, but still. Number 5. Hoshigami, Ruining Blue Earth. This game could be number 1. It has everything a good SRPG needs, but it has one fatal flaw. It's not the crippling difficulty, that's welcome. It's not the cryptic and somewhat overwhelming spell system, I actually love that. Seemingly a minor issue, but Hoshigami adds one unneeded extra step to each character's turn, affecting the pacing and making the game somewhat frustrating. Number 4. Stella Deus, The Gate of Eternity. Similar to Hoshigami, but fixing the previously mentioned UI issue, it sadly also removes some of the more interesting elements of that game. Despite that, Stella Deus stands out as a solid game that stays grounded in its roots and is worth checking out if you're a fan of the genre. Number 3. Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. This game proves that strategy doesn't always have to be serious. Taking a more lighthearted approach, Disgaea delivers a deep and admittedly grindy yet flashy and surprisingly deep gameplay experience while entertaining us with the plights of an egotistical overlord of the underworld and his back-talking companions as they accumulate power. Number 2. Front Mission. Tactical turn-based combat and giant fighting robots set in a modern-day geopolitical landscape, what's not to love? The Front Mission series is a unique and refreshing take on the genre, ditching the fantasy elements prevalent in most of these games in favor of political intrigue. Front Mission 3 and 4 stand out as some of the most involved SRPGs on the market. Honorable mention. Wakfu. Okay, so I probably would have included this in the list itself, but Wakfu has one major distinction from every other game in this list. It's an MMO. I've actually been playing it quite a bit lately. If you're interested in joining the party, check out the Serenial community link in the description. And number 1. Final Fantasy Tactics. I really don't think there's any other real candidates for number 1 here. Taking place in the world of Evilus, which is connected to Vagrant's story in Final Fantasy XII, Tactics stands out as one of the most balanced and iconic games on this list. Even 20 years later, people still seek out this game and have kept it fresh through fan modding, re-releases, and sequels. So those are my top 10 strategy role-playing games. Are there any games I overlooked? Let me know in the comments why your game belongs on this list. While you're down there, do me a favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons, and check out the Serenial community so you can play some Wakfu with us. Also, if you really enjoy my content and want to see the channel grow and expand, please consider supporting this channel by checking out the links below. Every little bit helps me inch closer to my goals and sustain my current level of content. Once again, this was your charismatic main character, Fade Dragonteer. Until the next epic quest, peace out.